Hey guys, I'm Ralph from Lightning Cosplay. Welcome to part 3 of our sculpting and mold making video series. In the last 2 videos, Laura showed you how to sculpt this antler and how to make a 2-part silicone mold. If you haven't already seen them, check them out right now. Today I'm going to show you how to make a super lightweight holocast, which is really nice if you want to cast big horns, but also for small horns like this. And you can also check out our mold making book, where you can learn more about clay, silicone and casting resin. The link is in the video description below. Okay, let's go!
First, these are the materials you're gonna need. Smoothcast 65D, which is made especially for rotational castings. Foam 3 to fill the horns. And cups for mixing. Before you start mixing your resin, you should mark your cups. Especially when you have large canisters, it happens that you pour too much. So you can just pour it back and be sure that you are pouring it back into the right canister. Use strong rubber band to hold the silicone mold together. If you like, you can use a release spray to make your mold last longer. I always mix by weight. Smoothcast 65D has a very short pot life, only about 2.5 minutes. So don't waste too much time with mixing. Now comes the most complicated part, the holocasting. The first 30 seconds the resin is pretty runny and get viscous after a while. I really don't know how to explain what I'm doing here. Just rotate the mold and make sure that the inside is completely covered in resin. Getting an even cast is not very easy and you need some experience. So don't get frustrated when you fail with your first tries. Smoothcast 65D hardens white. As you can see, the upper edge of the horn needs a second layer of resin. Mostly I'm casting my horns with 2 and sometimes even 3 layers. This depends on how big it is. This looks super nice. Now it's time to mix up the foam. Foam 3 expands 18 times, so don't mix up too much. Pour it in and wait a few minutes until it's fully cured. The foam makes the horn more stable. Cut off the excess material. Now comes the most satisfying part, opening the mold. Looks like it was a success. The horns come out pretty easy. As you can see, we have a little bit flashing here. But you can easily trim it off with a cutter or some sanding paper. The reason why we made a holocast, we want it as lightweight as possible. This horn only weighs about 35 grams.
So, this is my part. I like to paint my horns with an airbrush. For an easy handling, while I'm spraying, I stick them onto a skewer. My airbrush colors are not very coating, so it takes me 2 to 3 coats until I'm happy with the color. Here I start adding a darker brown for some shadings. It is super important to seal the airbrush colors with a scratch-proof clear coat. With some artificial flowers you can create a beautiful headdress. Here I just glued the horns onto a hairband with some hot glue and start adding the flowers. Just go on with adding more and more flowers until you're happy with it. Ta-da! Looks super pretty! You can also drill in some holes and add an elastic band, which you can easily hide under your hair.
Yeah, and that's how you make a foam-filled holocast. And as you can see, it's pretty easy to paint them and create some really nice headpieces like this, or like this. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe. Can I put it off now?